Good morning, students. Last class we learned about rainwater harvesting and its importance. Now we can start today's class with a new topic, that is irrigation and its importance. Students, do you know what is irrigation? Yes, irrigation refers to the process of watering of agricultural plants through artificial means from wells, tanks, tube-wells, canals, etc. We know that water is essential to plant growth. Successful farmers have used different methods to apply water to their crops, isn't it? So, this artificial addition of water is called irrigation. Clear? From the point of view of sustained agricultural production and all-round development, water is the most precious resources. Presently, about 92% of water is used for agriculture, 2% for industries and 6% for drinking and domestic purposes. For farmers, rainfall is still the most important sources of water. About 55% of net zone area or agricultural land in the country depends on rainfall to sustain crop production. Success in dry farming depends on moisture conservation practices and judicious use of available water for irrigation. Under this situation, it is important to utilize artificial means to raise crops. In India, irrigation has been practiced from ancient times. A number of artificial lakes and canals that dot the country are centuries old and some of them have served for more than 1,000 years. Students, now I am asking you one question, that why is irrigation is important a country like India? Yes, uncertainty of rainfall. Correct. The rainfall in India is highly irregular in place and time. That is, normal rainfall is marked by wide fluctuations in different parts of the country. Sometimes the monsoon arrives early and at times it comes late, isn't it? Not only is the arrival and withdrawal of rainfall uncertain, but also its continuity, rhythm and intensity. Rainfall is not regular throughout the rainy season, leading to water scarcity and withering of the crops. Irrigation is the only means to supplement rainwater to raise crops. Students, can you tell next reason? Yes, next reason is uneven distribution of rainfall. In India, the distribution of rainfall is quite uneven. Most parts of the country receives 80% of the annual rainfall from June to September from the southwest monsoon. The western Ghats and eastern India receives more than 250 centimeters of annual rainfall, whereas the northern plains and eastern peninsula receive between 100 and 200 centimeters of rainfall. The region of Gujarat, parts of Punjab and Haryana and western half of Rajasthan lie in the arid zone or dry areas. So, here the annual rainfall is low and there is a constant scarcity of water or shortage of water. This inadequacy of rainfall has to be met by irrigation. Got Students, can you tell next reason? Yes, crop requirements. Correct. You know, different crops require different quantities of water for their growth. Most of the crops do not require water when they are maturing. However, grain crops require more water during the time earheads are formed. India has three cropping seasons. Can you tell which are they? Yes, Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Correct. What is Kharif crops? Yes, the Kharif crops are associated with the southwest monsoon. They are sown in the months of June and July and harvested in autumn months, that is in September and October. Important Kharif crops are rice, jowar, bajra, ragi, maize, sugarcane, cotton and jute. Okay. What is Rabi crops? Yes, the Rabi season begins with the onset of winter in October-November and ends in March-April. The low temperature conditions during this season help in the cultivation of temperate and subtropical crops like wheat, barley, gram, mustard, etc. What is Zaid crops? Yes, these are sown in August and September and are harvested in December and January. Correct. Most of the oilseeds like mustard are grown in this season. Okay. The Kharif crops which occupy the largest area in the country are dependent on the monsoon rains, where irrigation facilities are not developed. These crops are grown as rain-fed crops. Got it? These crops are grown on the soil moisture which is left after the harvest of Kharif crops or over the area where assured supply of irrigation is available. Zaid or summer crops are exclusively irrigated crops. Okay? The rapidly growing population has forced the farmers to raise 2 or 3 successive crops in a single year. This cannot be done without the help of irrigation. Okay? Yielding varieties of seeds requiring high quantity of chemical fertilizers need more moisture which could be supplied only through irrigation. Students, can you tell next reason why irrigation is necessary in India? Yes, nature of the soil. Correct. The water requirements of different crops depends on the nature of the soil. For example, the clayey soils have higher moisture holding capacity and therefore require less irrigation. On the other hand, the sandy soil have less moisture retentive capacity and need frequent watering. Similarly, the level and lowland areas require less water than the sloping and highland areas. Next reason is to utilize river water. Many rivers in India are not perennial. It means not getting water throughout the year. There is also a wide disparity in the water flow from year to year. The rivers of central and southern India have water for the 4 months of monsoon season and remaining largely dry during the 8 months of the year. Therefore, to effectively utilize the water of these rivers, means of irrigation have to be used. Students, can you tell next reason? Yes, to maximize production. Correct. We know that to obtain maximum production, irrigation is a must. According to agricultural scientists, the production of irrigated crops is more than the unirrigated crops in the same area. I hope you understood why irrigation is necessary in India. Okay. Next topic is means of irrigation. Based on the availability of surface and groundwater, soils and climatic conditions, different means of irrigation are utilized in India. Students, can you name any different means of irrigation which are utilized in India? Yes, wells, tanks, canals, etc. We know the conventional means of irrigation include wells, tanks, and inundation canals. Students, can you name any modern means of irrigation? Yes, tube wells, drip irrigation, spray irrigation, etc. Correct. So, the modern means of irrigation include tube wells, perennial canals, drip irrigation, etc. For example, the crystalline soil areas of Deccan Plateau, tanks form the major source of irrigation, whereas the alluvial tracts of Gangetic and coastal plains are suited for canals and well irrigation. Okay? Students, next portion we can study in the next class. Students, today's class is over. Please mark important points. First one, name the sources of water. Second one, what is surface water? Third one, what is the main source of surface water? Fourth one, why we need to conserve water? Fifth one, what is rainwater harvesting? Sixth one, define watershed management. Seventh one, mention the advantages of rainwater harvesting. Next one, what is irrigation? State any two reasons why irrigation is important to a country like India. Students, these are the important questions. So, please mark it. Thank you.